Hello and good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the bathroom. So, today I figured me and my partner are gonna go out in a little bit, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun today. So, I figured let's get ready together a little bit and let's have a talk. I like to talk, especially when I'm getting ready, right? Because it's like having girlfriends in the bathroom with you. It really is. Like, all you girls are awesome. So, with that being said, let's get some e.l.f. going today. Let's see, I've got some really nice e.l.f. foundation, and of course my Cameo concealer. This is a 16-hour concealer. I actually really like this. And, oh yes, we're going to use my setting spray. See, e.l.f. setting spray. This is one of my favorites, but I actually really want the coconut one, so I'm kind of hoping to get that soon. And we're going to use, of course, our Poreless e.l.f. primer. Get rid of some of the pores. I don't have a lot, but sometimes you have a few and you just kind of gotta get rid of them. Alrighty, so while we're getting into some skincare and we're getting rid of some pores this morning, or this afternoon rather, with this, see now look at that, isn't that great? It's like totally translucent too, so it's really super easy for you to just take and apply and pat, and it is a really good idea, everybody. And you can thank Robert for this trick. Hi, Robert. Because he says, or I seen in his video about primer, especially the putty primer, because that's the one he was actually using, which I thought was really cool. About how you can just sort of tap it into your pores to prep your pores like so. And as you can see, it kind of evens out the tone and it evens out so that you're not getting those really visible pores if you have them. And of course I do around my cheek area, like just, in these normal spots. So I do use a primer to help me get rid of some of that. And yes, it's the tap. So you're gonna tap, 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 tap. And try and blend, tap, 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 tap. And try and blend, tap, 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 tap. Yes, I actually seen Robert do that. Well, the tap, 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 not the, but yeah, whatever. And has anybody noticed though, like if you've ever seen any of his videos, have you ever noticed like how incredible his makeup always looks, like, right, people? So I have to, and it was kind of funny because the other day he was doing a video, and in his video he was like, oh, because it was for Milk Makeup, and he's like, oh, you put on like this, and it's kind of like this, but he's like, I would extend it. He's like, if you're a female, of course you go past the beard because he has a beard, but although I don't know about you guys, like if you've ever watched any of his videos, which I've watched quite a few of, I have to admit, I have to say, and I hope this doesn't embarrass you, Robert, but noticing how you do your content in that, and I just have to say, like, your makeup is always impeccable. Like, even with the beard, and oddly enough, the beard, for me anyway, I don't know about anybody else out there, but I don't even notice it. Like, seriously, it all looks very well together, like very, very well put together, I have to admit. So, yes, he has a beard, and he was showing everybody how to do the Milk makeup. And so, yeah, I watched that video. And, that's the other thing, too, peeps. As I tell everybody, I'm a makeup adventurer because I'm not a makeup artist. Like, I'm not a professional. I just really like doing makeup, and I really like trying different things. And that's where I really appreciate somebody like Robert, for example, who gives really good content and really good follow along if you need to, and allows you to sort of also, go with what you want. It allows you different techniques. And I really appreciate that. So I really do enjoy that and his content. And of course, so what I do is after I put on my primer, I do a little quick spritz with my setting spray. And then I will add a little bit of concealer to certain places. And again, I always say that regardless of whether you're using a little bit of concealer or a little bit of whatever, see, a little bit of whatever, blend with the finger. I don't know why, but the finger just blends everything so much nicer for me. Anyway, that's what I find. I just find that I like blending my makeup or my foundation and my primer a lot more with the finger blend than with an actual brush or beauty blender. Now, again, that's my personal preference because everybody's different in that respect. Like, some people really like their beauty blenders, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, if that's what you're comfortable with, then, you know, as I usually say, you do you. And it'll all come out. I don't like people, you know, like, oh, people say I should or I have to or this would be. There is no should, have to, or whatever with makeup, or at least that's, you know, more or less. I mean, obviously, you want it to look clean and pretty and well put on. You don't want it looking blotchy, cakey, or any of those such things. But, you know, that's also a part of the application process. But that doesn't take away from the fun of the flair, you know what I mean? About being able to try new looks and try new things. And so, now we get into our foundation. Now, I have an e.l.f. foundation. This is the Flawless Satin Foundation. So, you actually don't need a lot of it, to be quite honest. Like, it is a very good foundation. Although, sometimes I find it's almost a little yellow on my skin. But I'm also, like, opaque. So, I'm that typical really pale ginger girl, you know what I mean? Like, I literally have no color outside of winter, which is kind of why I'm looking forward to my bronzing drops from e.l.f. Yes, I put in an order for bronzing drops, and of course, if you've listened to my other video, you will know that recently I have reached icon status as a beauty insider for e.l.f. Cosmetics, which is super fantastic, and I'm super excited about that because it means I get to have a bit more of an opportunity with various kinds of cosmetics from e.l.f. And I love e.l.f. I'm a huge e.l.f. fan. Like 90% of what I have in my carousel is e.l.f. products. And the only reason for that is because actually considering they went around giving everybody what most content creators are calling like dupes for stuff. I don't personally think, I mean, I think they're probably a similarity, but I don't know if I would necessarily just outright coin it a dupe. Although I have to admit the Pout Clout Lip Plumping Pen, which I love trying to say, which I have, is probably the closest to a Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk matte lip that you're going to get without buying Charlotte Tilbury. So with that being said, then yes, in that respect, there are some products that they do carry that I guess could be considered somewhat of a dupe. But they just do it so well. Like the price point on e.l.f. products is amazing. Like and that's probably one of the biggest reasons why. Like all of my Winnipeg girlies, of course, if you're dropping stuff off your makeup carousel, all my Winnipeg girlies, you know, we like having a deal. We like getting a bargain. We like, you know, being able to say that we have super good cosmetics, but we're not spending all of our money on them. And I think we can definitely, you know, say that with e.l.f. I know I can. All right, so we're going to get into a bit of a look today. Now, I'm kind of excited because I have a couple of things I could go with. So I'm actually going to start off with just my e.l.f. Lash and Brow serum, which I got from them as a gift in one of my orders. So that's the thing about e.l.f. If you order through their website and you spend more than $35, you will actually get 2 free gifts from them. And they're usually something really cool. So my first order when I spent over $35, I got this eyebrow serum and I got this Prime Putty. And I absolutely love both. Actually, I use them quite a bit. So I just put in another order that was over $35 and they're going to send me another couple. And one of them is actually going to be a mascara I haven't tried yet. So I'm actually excited about that. And I've been really into their liquid eyeshadows lately because they actually have like some really nice colors. Now I've ordered a couple different colors just to sort of, you know, give it a try, see what it's going to be. But for today, I think because go out and have a little bit of fun this afternoon. I'm going to do a bit of a glowy look. It's actually getting nice here in Winnipeg, so I'm really super excited about that because I really love the spring and I love the summertime. So, let's get into a little bit of contour and highlight. So, of course, you know, with my contour and highlight, I'm very simple with how I utilize my contours. Like my highlighter, I use a little bit above the cheek just to highlight that line. I use a little bit on the very top of the edge of the brow just to give it a highlight, or almost like a brow line. And then I use it the tiniest little bit right there. And then sometimes I do that too. So, oh, and also we don't want to forget, for us older gals, if you want to diminish these lines in here, highlight them. Yeah, can you believe that? And let's see. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit of contour. Forgive me, I'm getting warm, so I'm just going to take off my jacket. Or, well, my Mickey Mouse hoodie. Not really a jacket right now. It's kind of springtime here, so everything's getting really, really nice, and I love that. I'm sure everybody can agree that Manitoba weather is starting to get nice and that we are all going to have a really nice spring. So I'm going to add a little bit of contour to the upper part of my eyelid. And just to the, gives it a little bit of a rosy, and I actually really like this highlighter combo duo. Now, I've said that a lot because, I mean, if you've listened to my past videos or if you've followed along to any of the makeup looks that I do, you will know that, yes, I go for the Sephora duo, which I have to say, it's called Golden Hour Highlight Duo, and it's got, of course, you can see these two shades in it, but these are fantastic. Like, they give you a little bit of depth on the top of your eyelid when you're getting ready to apply your eyeshadow. And it also gives you a really nice contoured line. See? And then, of course, if you want to, you can add a little bit to your jawline and contour that and make that sort of just, and then blend it. I usually lightly blend with my hands. It is getting warm, and I'm glad we actually got to turn the heat off in our unit. It has been smoldering. Tell you who I feel sorry for. I feel sorry for everybody going through the hot flash stage in life. Not that I'm not going through it, because as you can tell, I get a bit, it gets warm. But for all the girlies out there that are going through it and have to, of course, deal with the fact that Manitoba spring is now here and we're not going to get any cool weather. And it's kind of odd, because this is actually my first winter dealing with having hot flashes and night sweats as a menopause part of my life. And although it really hasn't changed a great deal for me in my life, I guess I'm lucky. I mean, there's lots of women out there that, of course, face different difficulties. And I guess I've just been lucky enough where, hot flashes and night sweats have pretty much been the extent of anything that I'm going through. And even that, it hasn't been like crazy or anything. Like, yeah, in the beginning it was, but then of course, like most women, we find alternatives and options in which to subside some of that. So realistically, it hasn't been anything crazy overwhelming, or, well, at least not for me. I've heard horror stories though. So I don't know about you ladies out there, like, do any of you hear, like, your mom or your grandma or somebody talking about, their time in life when they were going through it and, the horribleness of it. I think some people go through it really, really bad. I think some people get lucky and they don't have to worry about it quite as much, or at least the symptoms are a little bit less than what you would, I guess, think. Um, that's the thing, though, too. If any of you are going through what's considered your pre-menopausal phase, like early menopause, I'm just gonna tell you, ladies, right now, buckle up, honey, because it gets fun. Like the premenopausal stage is literally like just the beginning. And I know when I was going through it, my original thoughts on the subject were meh. You get a little bit hot, you get a little bit sweaty, what's the big deal? And it wasn't until I actually had the privilege, shall we say, of experiencing full on night sweats and hot flashes. And then, as women, we also get the lovely joy of experiencing some anxiety along with that. And if you're really lucky, you'll get the heart palpitations and the brain fog. So any younger girls out there that are still at home with your mothers, like if you're in between the ages of, let's say, 16 and 25, and you notice that your mom is having a hard time and you're wondering why she's a crazy lady. She's not crazy, she's going through menopause. And believe me, that's a whole other crazy. Although, I think if you can sort of go with the flow and laugh about it and keep a good sense of humor about yourself and about some of the things that you're going to experience. Like I was actually the other day, I was kind of laughing because me and my partner are going through, where were we? I think we were at Superstore. We were going through Superstore. No, we were going through Walmart. That's what it was. So we were at St. Vital, of course, I always go through, I'm going to use my eyeshadow sticks. I love these things. And we were going through Walmart, and I was kind of chuckling because I walked past, as you know, as you're going towards the beauty section of Walmart, you will find they have what is known as like the cosmetic section, right? Because you get your shampoos and whatever in between, and then of course there's the makeup section. And as we're walking past, we get towards where the feminine products are. And I look over. I'm like, okay, well, obviously I'm not going there because I don't need them anymore. But I walk 2 shelves over to pick up some Premisil, which is the red clover supplement I take to help with the symptoms of menopause. And I looked at my partner and went, you know what? This is kind of crazy. Because I always thought that when this time in my life happened and I was over needing the pads or the feminine products, that everything would be tickety-boo. And here I am trading in my need of feminine products for my need of vitamins. So that's where my ha-ha comes in with that. So we're going to give ourselves a little bit of a sparkly inner eye. And for that, I'm actually using Hard Candy's palette. And this is their Moon palette. And I've picked this up. Of course, you've seen it probably in previous videos. I've introduced it. And I actually don't mind Hard Candy powder eyeshadow. It's pretty neat. You can do a lot of different kind of looks with it. And so I really kind of appreciate that aesthetic. Also, some of these palettes, like the Moon palette, for example, comes with what would be considered like almost like a goth. So if you wanted to do a goth look, you totally could. And then of course they have the Moon one, or no, this is one's called Dope. And it's got various shades and hues of blue. And it's very pretty. Like, I really like those. So now that I've got a little bit of sparkle in the corner of my eye, I am going to go with Magnetic Pull. I'm going to put some on the end here of my eye for almost like a smoky eye effect, but not quite. See? And I'll do the other side, of course. Now, I don't know about you ladies out there, but recently I've actually started adding foundation to my eyes and eyelids. And this isn't something that I really did previously a whole lot, but it's something that I'm doing lately just because I wanted something, different. So then we almost get this ombre look, right? I just love these eyeshadow sticks. Like, I seriously have to get some more of these. Like, e.l.f., you did, again, e.l.f. product, right? And then they have this really nice rose gold one that I've used before, and I actually really like this one as well. And I usually use it up on my lid, like the upper part of my eye, just to get some really nice rose gold color. Now, last time I sort of went with the same sort of idea, but I added the liquid eyeshadow purple in between, right? Because I had the new e.l.f. Liquid purple. And it had an amazing shimmer to it. I actually really liked it. So, but what I'm going to do this time, I think, instead of adding the purple, which, again, I really did like, I just want to switch it up a little bit. So I think what I'm going to do, instead of adding the purple, I'm actually going to grab my Haus Labs Rose Gold Liquid Eyeshadow. And this stuff shimmers, y'all. Like it does. It shimmers lots. So I am going to, and this is where, like, literally, that's all you need. So if you think this eyeshadow is expensive, you're not wrong. It does cost something, but, like, being able to essentially use very little and you get this really nice sheer shimmer look. And that's as a result of being able to blend it with the e.l.f. And I have to say, e.l.f., you just go with everything, don't you? You're like a nice formal black dress. And I just love the little shimmer that I get in the center, like in the corners of my eye. And again, if you're doing an eye look, like literally, this is all the eyeshadow from Haus Labs that you would use for an application. So, I mean, it's tiny, tiny amount. So, I mean, yes, it is expensive, but that product will probably last me a really long time considering. Now, I have a question for all you beauty people out there, like you professional beauty people out there, the ones with the credentials. As a makeup adventurer, I have to ask you, although be it I understand that powder eyeshadows should technically be changed out and or cleaned pretty thoroughly once every I mean, you should be cleaning it anyway, but I mean, they say like once every 3 months you should be getting rid of your old eyeshadow and bringing in new, as they say. And I believe this has to do with bacteria and, how you properly clean your brushes and how you, use your cosmetics. But if your eyeshadow is a liquid eyeshadow in a tube where you're not dipping a brush into it, but rather squeezing it out and using it in that respect, is it the same rule? Is it the same 3-month rule? Like, seriously, I just want to know. So any of you beauty people out there that pop in and watch, and if you could tell me, I'm sure we'd all be grateful to know. I just think that if it's a liquid product, you should be able to, keep it a little longer. I don't know if I'm right in that, but I would definitely like to know. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use my e.l.f. 12-hour no budge retractable eyeliner. This is in brown. I actually want some more colors. I do like the brown for everyday use. And it is a 12-hour no budge. Now, I will say I've worn this quite a few times, and although I'm not 1,000% that it'll last the full 12, e.l.f. lasts like it does, at least 10 hours. So I use e.l.f. quite a bit for my eyeliner, unless I'm doing a more colorful eye. And that is just to, because I mean, I have a purple as well that I really like. And then if you want to just get a little bit extra on top. You get an eye look just like that. So now that I've got that, I have to say that of course, I got to do the lashes, right? Like, always lashes. So I am going to use my e.l.f. Lash It Out Loud. And I have to admit, ladies, if you're looking for a mascara that actually has a really nice, look at this applicator, okay? And it does. It separates your lashes. And gives you amazing lift. So I really actually like using this mascara. So I hope the new one that I get is gonna be amazing. Which, I mean, it's e.l.f. It's probably gonna be amazing. And if any of you are wondering about lip balms or anything like that, again, I would definitely be running for e.l.f. I have their strawberry lip balm, the new one. It's so good. And it doesn't even feel waxy or anything on your lips, so I really appreciate that. I really like this eye. All right, so now we gotta go for a lip. And I have new lip liners, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for Pinky Out, my lip plumping pen. And, ooh, no, I think I'm gonna go for Honey Talks, actually, in my Lip Revive oil. So we're gonna use a little bit of lip liner and line the lips. Super easy to use, by the way. Again, with e.l.f., you're getting an amazing price point if you're going with their pens. Or anything, really, of theirs. This is a cream lip liner. But it definitely goes on really smooth, really easy. And I mean, again, for the price, you can't go wrong. So that's why when I ordered a couple of them. Although I'm still thinking, I'm probably going to end up ordering more. I always do. And this is my Pinky Out e.l.f. Lip Plumping. Woo! And there it goes. Apparently we're having a party in the bathroom and I'm just throwing stuff around. But yes, here is our e.l.f. Pinky Out Lip Plumping Pen. If you are using this product, I'm just going to let you ladies know 1 pump, maybe 2, is all you need. And there you are. A nice matte lip to go with a high gloss eye shine for the day. So when my partner comes to pick me up, it'll be really amazing because I'll have my makeup on already, and you all get to see it for today, so that's super fabulous. As we haven't had a lot of time together in the last few days, so I'm super excited to bring this to you today. And say hi to everybody, of course, and please stay tuned for up-and-coming videos. Tomorrow there might be a huge one coming out, so stay tuned and find out. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And everybody, if you haven't seen my birthday video contest drop, go looking for it. Hit subscribe, hit like, and get in on my birthday giveaway contest. Everybody has until May the 5th to get in on it, and then on May the 5th, I will be doing the draw. So good luck to everybody out there. Don't forget that the package is actually for first prize winner for my Winnipeg girlies. It's being invited to my birthday party to come and join me and my mother here in the city at Lush Cosmetics, where we will be having our birthday, and it's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. I'm excited. And the second prize for all you other girlies out there who can't be in the Winnipeg area but still want to get in on my birthday fun, hit subscribe and like to that same video, because you girls are going to get an opportunity to win a Lush, my favorites, birthday basket for you all, okay? So don't forget to hit subscribe and like to that video or this one. And don't forget to comment on that video. Go ahead and find it. And I look forward to hearing from everybody. Until next time, bye.